You're going down, Serpentor. None may challenge Serpentor. This I command. That's like your opinion, dude. Next up on the channel, it's a surprise purchase, one that I thought I was gonna skip. We've got G.I.Joe Classified Series Tiger Force Stuart Outback Selkirk on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's going on, action figure fans? Way I Got It Figured back with another G.I.Joe Classified review. This time we're looking at Tiger Force Outback. I initially was not gonna get this figure. I was not, but I ran across it in the store, and Outback was one of my favorite Joes as a toy anyway. I love the 1987 version of Outback. It was one of my 3 favorites from that year, and so it was awful hard to resist getting them, if for no other reason than to have at least one copy of the box. You know, I really didn't want to. I don't like to get, you know, variants. I want to get the hero version of the main character that we know. So I'm not going to be getting a lot of Tiger Force, guys. It's just not how it's going to go. But I did make an exception for Outback, and from what I see and what I've seen, you know, I'm not regretting it. So we're gonna get into Outback's box and get him out. Let's do it. So we can see in here he's got quite a few accessories, even some extra accessories from back in the day. Knife, his of course trusty flashlight, shovel, pistol, which the original did not come with, and a submachine gun. Looks reminiscent of the 87 weapon that he came with, but I don't think it's exact, but it is reminiscent. A backpack, of course, and there's a clip in here for the submachine gun. Tiger Force logo. Artwork, which, you know, I know a lot of people complain about the divergence of the artwork and everything, but personally, I like the different takes. I mean, it's, you know, it's just an interpretation. On the back, of course, you have the Tiger Force. Look like maybe they got a headquarters in the jungle or something like that, for Tiger Force jungle type missions. And then, of course, we have Outback statistics. 3 environmental specialists, 2 firearms, 3 jungle warfare, 3 desert warfare. And he is number 39 in the series. All right, we're gonna get Outback out of the package and take a closer look at him. All right, so we got Outback out of his package with all of his accessories arrayed before him as we normally do. So he comes with a backpack. It looks like a larger version of the backpack he came with back in the day. He also came with the web belt back in the day, which the backpack is meant to look like it's a part of. Now he comes with a shovel, which probably was molded onto the backpack in '87. It's truncheon, I guess they call it. His knife, which is now separate and not molded to his side like it was, you know, to the side of his boot like it was back in '87. There's his trusty flashlight. Small, one solid color. And it comes with a pistol. And interestingly enough, they did a paint app on the pistol, this tape here. Probably would have preferred the knife to be painted. If only one thing was gonna get a paint app, I probably would have chosen the knife if it was me, but you know, it's not me. I just get to make opinions. And then here's his assault rifle, which looks like an AR-15 or an M5 type weapon, just no stock. And then, of course, you have we have a clip. Whoop. Magazine, if we're going to be all proper about it. And, of course, it does attach to the rifle, like so. At least it's a NATO-ish weapon instead of some Warsaw-packed weapon. Outback's original job back in the real American hero days was a survivalist. And the original version of Outback, of course, had a white t-shirt that said survival. But this is the Tiger Force version. And this figure has been made before. The original Tiger Force Outback was a European exclusive figure. So there is a version of the original Outback that was made in Tiger Force colors. We just didn't get them in America. And most of us, you know, unless we managed to travel abroad or something, didn't even know it existed till much later. But, you know, that figure is in all ways identical to Outback, except he has this gray hair. So he's sort of like old man Outback like this. And what I may do when the, when the proper quote-unquote Outback comes out, I may sometimes display this version with the red hair, the original kind of Outback look on this body. It may look cool, I don't know. But this is the more weathered old man Outback look. Probably my biggest objection to the figure, even if it was an 87 or whenever they did it, would be like, how come he's old, you know? In America, we got Night Force Outback in '88. It's a part of a Toys R Us exclusive repaint line called Night Force. And I did have that figure. But Outback, you know, was largely what I would call a cool appearance, because as a survivalist, we knew he was a ranger. He was an army ranger. He, you know, ran schools, ran the survival school and ran jungle warfare training school classes or whatever. But they never really got into like what he knows or, you know, what weapons he qualified in or anything like that. They just kind of left it to your imagination. But on his original file card, which I'll show right here, you know, from the Ranger training manual, the word survival is on there. And so, you know, probably wouldn't make much sense to have him not be a Ranger if you're going to quote something from the Ranger handbook. So, yeah, that's Outback. Very nice details. Nice boots. I can't really tell what he's made from, but I'm sure all these pants are like the standard pants. When I get into comparisons, I might try and get a a closer look at who he might be sharing parts with. But we know all of this is new, so there's no one else currently rocking a t-shirt in the line. So yeah, he might be the first. Oh, interesting. It looks like right here, so you might not be able to see it in the camera, but he actually has painted, you know, hair on his arms. His arms are actually hairy. I don't know how well it's showing up on the camera, but there, it's there. All right, let's get him geared up and take another look. All right, so here's Outback out of the package with his accessories installed on him. And he's a sharp-looking figure, you know. Kind of knew that going in. I really didn't want to get him because I don't want to collect more than one version of a character in general. I do feel like 6-inch figures take up enough space that I don't want to have too many versions of most characters. I do make exceptions for Snake Eyes, and I'll get a couple of army builders here and there, but you know, in general, you know, one really good version of a Joe character is sufficient. Again, not really loving the gray hair. I don't hate it. I just don't love it. But you know, with the red-haired version coming out very soon, you know, maybe I can use one head to pull double duty on 2 bodies, or you know. Even with the backpack on, he does have fairly generous ab crunch. And he looks good. Of course, he is, he's pinless, both in the arms and in the legs. So he's, carrying on that tradition, you know. I think we'll only see pins going in the future with characters that are just repaints of figures that had pins when they first came out. So there you go. Then we'll do some comparisons. So here's Outback with Stalker and Spirit. He looks like he's a little bit taller than them because his boots, he has a higher cut of boot. I'm not sure whose boots he has. They look similar to the one Snake Eyes has on the Timber version, the version 2 Snake Eyes and Timber. But you know, he looks good. Looks good with other classified figures. I mean, there's other than things that we sort of nitpick, it's really hard to complain about these figures. I mean, they're doing a bang-up job with them as we go along in the line and we get new characters. You know, I know there's a lot of Action Force fans out there and everything like that, but I'll stick with my G.I.Joe classified. Bring in Roadblock and Flint, who are actual members of Tiger Force. I wouldn't be surprised to see them get made as Tiger Force versions at some point in the future. And again, because of the cut of the boot, he's standing taller than Flint. But of course, not taller than Roadblock. That's not going to happen. So there you go, Tiger Force Outback. All right, let's do some final thoughts. right, final thoughts. Tiger Force, Stuart Outback, Selkirk. It's an impressive looking figure. Nice colors, love the tiger. I didn't mention my favorite animal in the animal kingdom is the tiger. So, you know, there's that. As a pre-paint, essentially, he's a very nice warm-up for the classic version of Outback, which I await most eagerly. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the script on the repaint. You know, kind of, he's really the repaint, but the original is gonna be the repaint of him. I mean, it's hard for me to give this figure less than a 9. You know, it just is. He's awesome. If I want to talk about quality or whatever, there's no drop in quality in terms of other classified figures, and he really looks nice. Nice looking figure. If you see him out in the wild, you'll probably be like me and get weak and buy him, even though you swore you wouldn't. All right, if this is the first time at the channel, please give me a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. If you've been watching, you know, for a while, thank you. Certainly appreciate all the support, and I have more content coming for you to enjoy. Until next time, this is Way I Got a Figure, signing off. Peace.